Leo, you had to learn a hard lesson when it comes to your heart, but not only to make you stronger, it literally made you unbreakable. So let's see exactly what lesson you had to learn at this time, as well as what you're stepping into now that you learned this lesson. So this is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. If you're interested in a personal reading, check the link in the bio because you know your girl does them. But go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Leo. But let's talk more about what I'm showing and what lesson you had to learn. So what I have here is the Tower, the Strength card, and the Hanged One. So what this really shows me here is that there was a hard lesson of when it comes to looking at red flags, okay? What this shows me at the Tower moment is that you kept like gearing yourself away from red flags when it came to a connection. You didn't want to see them because you were just into this facade that they were showing you. You were listening to their words, but not seeing their actions behind them. And so with this foundation, this big, beautiful life that you thought you were building with someone, it all came crashing down. And that's the hardest lesson to learn. One where you put all of your energy, your thoughts, your future in. And when it comes crumbling down, it literally breaks you. It breaks you so bad where you have to decide, is this anger that's in me, should I just throw everything out? Or is there something I can transmute this anger into and rebuild by an understanding of what's coming next for me, that I get to decide how I want to rebuild my life? And so with this was a very hard moment for you, okay? This connection really broke you and it really broke your heart because you really truly thought that you could have a life with this person, that you could have a future with them, but they really showed otherwise. And so now it's giving you into this point of the Strength card, which is beautiful because the strength usually always comes with the Tower moment, let me tell you. Because with the Strength card, it's allowing you to see who you are. The Strength card is there because you're overcoming this feeling of insecurities that come from the Tower moment, right? Insecurities of like, love isn't real. My dreams are not real. No one will ever be authentic with me. There's like these limiting beliefs that this Tower moment really brought into your soul, which made you really guarded, making you feel as though you don't want to let anyone into your life and you want to just keep everyone out of it because you don't know who is truly right for you and who is not. But as you were in this Tower moment, you realized that you had to rebuild who you are. Now rebuild the situation and this connection. That wasn't the focus. The focus was on you. Focus back on your confidence. Focus back on your overcoming your insecurities and limiting those limiting beliefs that you had within. And with this, you start to see that you have this willpower and that this isn't stopping you from what you're supposed to achieve, but it's allowing you to show yourself compassion and forgiveness, forgiving yourself for allowing people to harm you or lie to you or mistreat you. It's like a need for you to have compassion towards yourself. And as you gave yourself more and more compassion, this Tower moment came easier for you to just get rid of all the rubble and restart, but with a real solid foundation. Some of you guys may have stayed in that connection and you're like, okay, well, this is what I need to rebuild. And some of you are like, no, I need to purge all of that shit. And I'm going to go ahead and go towards what I need for my life with confidence and excitement. Because with this, you were meant to stand strong, Leo. You are meant to overcome what's ahead of you and what's behind you, really. But nonetheless, it's allowing you to step into who you are. And it's giving you this power that you were really feeling like a victim before. Like, why did this person lie to me? Why did this person hurt me? Why can't I find love? To saying, you know what, that person was not good enough for me. I'm a Leo. Why were they even talking to me? They weren't even deserving to be in my presence. You start to change up the way that you spoke to yourself. Instead of feeling like I'm not worthy of love, love would never be here. You're like, no, I don't need to love that because that's what love is not. But now I know what love is. And that's giving yourself compassion. It's showing yourself self-love and pouring back into yourself for you to really rebuild a life that you're looking for. But not only this, you start to learn that you don't have to run after love. You don't have to put all of your eggs in one basket and be like, okay, I'm giving you everything. But instead, it's time for you to go more cautiously. And when the spirit is it's like stopping things when you're trying to progress with somebody, but it feels like there's no progression. It's because the universe wants to reveal something to you and you're realizing this. This was the lesson. It's realizing that I needed to be still instead of trying to do all this stuff and build a whole life with someone. I need to be still and let the universe reveal the facts to me because I can see the facts with my eyes, but there's part of me that was denying them. So if I'm fully aware of what's happening, if I'm fully being honest with myself, then from there, I can really decide what's the next best path for me. So you're learning here that you don't have to give all your trust into somebody. You're learning here that things don't have to be rushed. You can take your time with understanding and getting to know someone because the more that you wait and you kind of like stall it a little bit, or not really stall it, but just take your time with love, you're going to have a lot less moments of these towers because you're seeing those red flags and you're being honest that you see them. And so there's a need for you to be honest with with yourself so you don't keep going into these different types of connections that are not really worth your soul, your time, or your energy. And so that is really what I'm showing here of the lessons that had to be learned. Now, what's ahead for you? Let's talk about the future here and really what's coming now that you're stepping into who you really are and understanding what a red flag is and what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept. So what I have here for you, and before I get into it, go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Leo. But what I have for you is the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So now that you know what you need to overcome and the lesson that you had to learn, it's allowing you to be in a reflection mode to figure out, what do I really want when it comes to my heart? Do I want to be in love? Do I want to be single and just be free and see where that takes me? Do I want to, build a life with someone? It's time for you to reflect to see, where do I want to put my energy now that I have all my energy back? Where should I put my energy into? And so this is where your path is really leading you to, is a reflection of figuring out, what does love look like for me? And what have I done poorly in the past that really blocked me from love and gave me more pain? And what did I do well that allowed me to really grow in love that I'm seeking? And so with this reflection mode is allowing you to really have options in front of you, whether that's, again, focusing on more love that's really genuine love, or maybe focus on your money or focus on something else. There's a essence of you reflecting of what's next along my path. And the beauty of it is that you get to decide. So before, you're kind of putting your energy and your trust into a different connection, but now that you've built yourself back up, now that you have the confidence back, you're seeing that the world is your oyster and you get to decide that you don't have to commit to one thing. You can commit to whatever you want because it's your life and you have to get in alignment. And with that, you're not looking at everything as like peaches and roses. You're looking at the pros and cons to each of those cups, and it's helping you to decide what's right for your heart and what's right for your path. And so what this shows me here is that the path really opens up to whatever you want it to be. And that comes from you now trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, being still and letting the universe like take its course, because it's allowing you to understand that there's more out there than what you thought before. It's allowing you to open your horizons to see that you can achieve and go after whatever you want, and that you're not limited to just being in this season of being hurt and being and really being in like toxic type of energies and environments here as well. But that is really what I'm showing here, is that you become unbreakable because now you see that I can do anything. If I'm able to overcome and give myself love and compassion, I can do anything that I set my mind to. So with that, I do want to leave you off with a yes, no question and an angel number. So I'll get your angel number out here. So what I have for you, Leo, is 000, which is guidance. And in that it says, you have full support of the divine. The guidance that you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning where one cycle ends and a new begins. 000. Very beautiful for your reading. But with that, let's get your yes, no question completed as well. So hi, Spirit. Thanks so much for being here as always. But as you know, Leo has a question. Okay. What is the answer to Leo's question? That is a no, Leo. That is a no. Thank you so much, Spirit. Appreciate that. And can you double confirm one more time? What is the answer to Leo's question? Y'all, that is still a no. That is still a no. So that is what I have for you. I hope this gives you guidance as you move forward in your path here. But if it does and it really resonates, go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Leo. Also, if you're interested in pursuing, check link in the bio. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.